Sounds like shit. We gotta figure that out better.
Yeah, we will.
Geeks.
So, everybody here, we're missing Chris tonight, so we don't have the super cool announce man to go, welcome everybody to the Blue Collar Geeks
back to the
podcast.
Blue Collar Geeks podcast. I'm Chris.
Yeah, pretty much. That was spot on. Just
Now you gotta say your name.
Oh, I am Mike.
I'm Hammy.
And I'm Mikey.
This is a podcast about geek culture. We don't go too deep, just the tip.
Yeah.
So, we're going to start off with what you've been drinking, or what you are drinking, not what you've been drinking. I am currently drinking some high-quality H2O because I am getting over a sickness.
It's called
Hammy.
AIDS.
It's not AIDS.
You can get over that.
It's gingivitis.
Oh, he made a funny about himself.
That was so good. I've never used that before. Any hoozles. I'm drinking Lagunitas Undercover Investigation Shut Down. Yeah, it's a 9.3.
So
Yeah,
you're gonna
it should
get
be delicious.
You're gonna get a little loopy of that
Nope,
12
'cause-
ounces.
No. There's like 7 shots of vodka didn't do it last week, so.
That's pretty weak.
7 shots?
Yeah, because we did one before and then one for fun, didn't we? I don't know.
I guess I did a couple in the middle for no reason.
Cool. I have Dr. Pepper. Gotta get my angles here. Left and right are opposite.
Yeah. Well, again, Hammy's the only one drinking, but
Okay. You guys are just really letting me down. I mean, granted, this was just downstairs. I didn't even buy it. Not the point.
So,
I don't have anything I can grab either. Yeah, it would burn going down.
yeah.
So we'll move right on into what we've been playing. Honestly, me being sick, I didn't play much. I played a little bit of Battlefield Hardline before the podcast with Hammy, and it was entertaining, but short-lived. That's all that I played this week.
Nice.
I played some Battlefield 4, a little bit of Hardline with Mike. That was the only bit that I played of that. A lot of State of Decay, because that
Too
game's
much.
awesome. Not too much. Not enough. Mike, I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting?
Destiny.
Destiny, I played Destiny. Yeah, there we go.
There you go. I played a lot of Battlefield 4 with Hammy. Hammy had some good moments with that.
Yeah.
Some Mortal Kombat. Played a couple just to get some daily challenges done on that. And then played FIFA 14.
How'd that work out for you?
It was good. It was actually yesterday. I was at Mo's house and played against his cousin. So
Did you win?
Mo was playing him, and then he had to take a phone call, so I took over. It was 1-0 at the time, and I think I lost 3-2, but between me and him, it was 2-2. So
You lost.
Sick cross to a header though.
You were in town and didn't say hi? It's real fucked up.
Dude, I had to talk to 8 people yesterday.
Sorry, I didn't want to talk to you anyway. I was going to see you tonight. I didn't really care.
Cool, yeah.
Classy. You're so nice. What we've been watching.
Yeah, man, what did you watch? Because you've been in bed all week.
Well, honestly, I've watched a lot of UFC stuff. But,
Shocker.
yeah, right. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I watched the 2-hour season finale last night.
Yeah.
And I would like to talk about that a little bit, but we'll wait. But other than that, I don't think I really watched anything other than UFC, so. Hammy.
What'd you watch?
I went and saw Age of Ultron with Mike here and my brother. That was pretty spectacular. I'm so happy about that. I watched the news Flash. I caught up to Gotham a couple days ago. I finally watched past 4 episodes I haven't watched, and it got really, really good, by the way.
Damn it. Don't see that.
Yeah, it got really good the last couple that I've been watching.
The newest one.
Yeah. I think I do need to too. I haven't watched the newest one.
2-2.
2-2. What else did I watch? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I'll talk about that when Mike talks about it, because shit got real. Shit went down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's about it that I watched.
Nice. I watched Arrow and Flash. Not this week's
Arrow.
Flash, but I'll probably watch that right after we're done here. And then
It's
on
good.
Sunday, I did go see Age of Ultron, so that was good as well.
So
Yeah,
while
please.
we're here, me and Chris already talked about it. Let's hear from you two. Your thoughts on Agents of or not Agents of Shield. That's just what I want to talk about. Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron.
And what you think?
I thought it was awesome. Like how they didn't try and follow the exact same like mold they had from the first movie. I mean, you still have like the end battle, awesome battle, but it's not doesn't play out the same as they do with a lot of these action movies, where it's like, all right, you have a middle, they hate each other, they're together, they destroy the enemy. Played out a little bit different, and the fucking Hulkbuster armor was amazing. That was probably one of my
that
favorite
whole
parts
scene.
of the movie. That whole scene. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. So good.
I love how he looks up at him, just pissed off, and then Tony Stark's like, "Sorry."
Sorry.
Please don't hurt
Yeah,
me.
that was good. And I like how they're doing the characters. I mean, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver were really cool add-ons in that.
Yeah,
and
I
the
liked
ending with-
how holy Quicksilver was.
Yeah.
that too. But then the ending with where they kind of brought in to kind of show what they're going to be working on. I don't know if I really want to say what it was, just because I don't want to spoil anything. Not really that I think it's too much of a spoiler, but they're just kind of bring different people together, I guess. And it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, if you follow the comics, you know that the Avengers change. So
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that. That's pretty much what it is. They kind of show them building, and were they at like a Stark facility or was that a Shield facility? I don't remember.
that was
Avengers
actually the new Avengers like base.
Okay, yeah. So Stark owns it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha.
From what I heard from someone else, to tie into S.H.I.E.L.D. here real quick, that they definitely talked about how S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Avengers have separated themselves, and so they did a good job with the movie showing that that is just the Avengers base. It has nothing to do with S.H.I.E.L.D. But,
Well, it does have something to do with Shield, but
It's not.
yeah,
like,
they have their own.
Yeah.
um,
It's not just Shield building the Avengers anymore. The Avengers are building themselves.
yeah.
Yeah,
So, I mean, my thoughts on it was really good. I definitely liked it, the new characters and all that. Honestly, one of my favorite ongoing parts from that movie was the reference back to the very opening scene.
language.
where Cap says language.
Yeah.
I like
so
that
good.
a lot because, I mean, how often does your group of friends have an ongoing joke that you just use forever? No matter when, it's still funny. You can just bring it up, and so throughout the entire movie, they will reference back to that, and so that was awesome. It showed that they're just like they're the Avengers, but they're also this very close group of people together, bonded with those friendships. So there's a couple bombs dropped in it, not literally, but like movie bombs. So some revealing stuff that was kind of cool to see. Yeah, definitely Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver were some good additions to it, plus the other character. So, I liked it. It was a good movie. Very interested to see where it goes. The after credit scene was pretty cool too.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
So, definitely leaning
What was
into
it?
something.
I forgot. Give me a hint.
Thanos.
Okay.
Okay, this has nothing to do with the movie, so I can spoil it. Afterwards, he just goes, like, there's just, like, his glove, like, his metal-looking glove, and he walks over to it, and he sticks his hand into it, and he goes, fine, I'll take care of it. And then he
That's
walks
right.
away.
He's just like, I'll do it myself. So, some interesting stuff for the future, so it should be good. But, no, I definitely liked it. It was well done and yes, different movie than the first completely. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Marvel's just doing stuff really good right now. As far as they have their in between movies that lead into this movie, and I mean they all connect. So
Yeah, and you'll have things like Agents of Shield and Agent Carter that like help tie all of it together and finish it off. So it's actually really cool if you watch the shows and the movies.
And it's awesome that they're doing that the way they are, because I mean, you've had TV shows in the past, and then like it becomes a movie, but it has absolutely nothing to do with the TV show. To have a TV show going alongside a whole movie universe, because I mean, they have people from the Thor movie that she hasn't been in Avengers movies, but she's been in the Avengers or Agents of Shield show, and just they can all jump into that show whenever they want. And it's a huge universe they have, so it's going to be.
You're talking about Lady Sif?
Yeah, I forgot her name, but yeah, her. But it's just cool the way they can just expand that show. I mean, as long as the Marvel movies are going, then keep that show going. It's just going to make it easier for them not to drag out certain points in the movie.
And what's cool is they don't.
Movie better.
Yeah, they don't make the shows like so important that if something big happens in the shows, that it has to reflect in the actual like Avengers universe. What Shield is there for is basically they're there for the help of the Avengers. Like that's what they're there for. They're not there to build them up or to say like you're under our watch or anything like that. They're kind of just there. They're there in case there's a fallen Avenger, that kind of stuff. They're minor plot lines, but they actually flow perfectly. And then you'll have like this season where it flows into Age of Ultron, and last season that flowed into Cap 2, and Agent Carter picks up from the end of Cap 1. So it's all really cool how it just flows in and out together.
Mm-hmm. They're doing a good job of keeping everything in line.
Yeah. So now that we're on the topic, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season finale last night was really cool. I'm going to spoil some stuff. So if you guys haven't watched it and you don't want to hear it, I guess mute us. But I think it was really, really cool how at the... not the total end of it, but like you kind of see the saying in that show has always been with Hydra has always been, you cut off one head, two grow back. Mm-hmm. And you kind of see Ward taking that position at the end of this going, like, hey, I need names. And then this guy's like, we can't do it. So he kills them and looks at the people that were following him and said, you know who's in charge here? And they go, yep. And so he's kind of just looks like he's going to start taking over Hydra is what it looks like. Coulson is no longer viewed as like invincible. he gets hacked up a little bit.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, I think it was really cool. They made everything, realistic to me. Is like, okay, yes, they trapped a freaking teleporting guy. Okay, they killed him. Well, actually, they didn't mean to. He's just teleported into a pole. And, but the crystal that's going to kill everybody who's not inhuman, Coulson, like, makes this dramatic diving save and catches it. And then he starts to turn to stone. And what is his name? Max. Or Mac.
Yeah, Mac. Yeah.
Fucking chops his arm off before it goes any farther. So now he's got a part of an arm. Sky has to basically try to kill her mom, but Sky's dad comes in and has to do it by crushing
I like
her.
the way he does it too. I mean, he's
that's because
I don't
that's
want
how you kill people.
Burden. No, not like the fact that he crushed her. No, the way he just walked in and was like, "Here, I don't want you to live with this burden. I will," and just fucking rocks her.
Dude, he just sits there and he just goes. You can hear every bone inside of her just crushing.
Also, side note, for that whole last episode, I remember we talked about like last week or something, the whole thing with Mac possibly being Cage.
Yeah.
The dude with the skin, impenetrable skin. I thought that was going to happen the whole time. Like I thought he was going to go off somewhere. Someone's going to throw it at him and he was going to change. Like I thought that was going to happen the whole time.
Well, especially after Sky was like, they have those crystals, and he wasn't even fazed by it.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that he knew that he might be. But, yeah, it didn't happen.
No, I still think it might, though.
It could. It makes sense. He's got the physique and everything for it.
I need to research, like, what... if they ever said, like, his full name or anything.
I don't know if they did, but yeah. And then at the very end, this was frustrating. There's two things. Sky actually uses her quake powers to knock the crystals into the water, which were inside of a Quinjet. And these crystals started leaking whatever was in the crystals, and the fish were eating it, and then fish were being caught and then grinded down into fish oil and then put into pills on the shelves of stores. And they just completely leave you on a cliffhanger, like, what the fuck is going to happen to all those people who take fish oil? And then at the very end, they're messing with, what is that big freaking black thing called, Ham? At the end, that. Yeah.
Oh no, the obelisk was the little weird pillar thing. I don't remember what the black thing's called.
Well, it's something that the Inhumans were after. I know that. But basically,
it's apparently like deadly to them or whatever.
Yeah. Fitz was trying to ask Simmons on a date, and he accidentally opens the door to this thing, and it drops into liquid and then forms up into the stone, and then drops into this liquid and forms into the stone. Well, he accidentally opens the door, and he ends up leaving the room, and Simmons notices that the door's open, and so she tries to shut it, but the thing goes to liquid and kind of knocks her back and then consumes her and pulls her back in and just forms back into the rock, and she's just gone. And it's just like, wait, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, I'm so bummed right now.
I know. It's just like, man, you're sitting here rooting for Fitz after all this time, after he's like trying to get this. Yes, Chris, spoilers. But it's just like, fuck, man. It leaves you on a complete cliffhanger, and I was like, damn it, I'm going to have to wait until next year, or next season, to see what exactly happened. But the cool thing was, well, I'll go into that once we get to the news. But yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't want to cut you short of doing a full recap of this episode here. But
it was the season finale. Fuck off.
Yeah, I don't get to talk about this again for a while. I'm all caught up.
The question I was talking with someone else the other day about, kind of something that you don't really think about when you're watching shows and whatnot, but something that's happened in a bunch of different movies. The actors getting so old that you have to replace them. So, Cap, Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, whatever it may be, how the story, your views, everyone, the classic one that gets played in a lot of movies, like, who do you think Batman is to you? James Bond's another one, so it's just like thinking about this going forward. How many movies can they get in? Speaking to Age of Ultron and Avengers before a character change.
Well, and I think you're seeing you'll see some of that and I think that's kind of why they also did that I guess in the comics they don't age at all, so that wouldn't make any sense. But yeah, at the end of Age of Ultron, you'll kind of see them move in that direction.
Yeah, it's just an interesting concept to think about, they'll bring them back at some point, but who's going to be the character? Because this person I was talking to pointed it out, it's like, the Hulk looks like he's getting really old. Like, he's getting there, but...
Yeah.
So it's just
you'll always from some comics he does get old, but when he turns into the Hulk, he's still Hulk.
Yeah, but I'm just talking an actor aspect. These guys obviously are going to get older, and they're going to have to be replaced by someone else.
And the thing that worries me about that is it feels like in the Marvel Universe, every time they switch actors, it's like, oh, let's do a reboot. So it's like, I don't want to see all the stuff I've already seen again. Like the Fantastic Four, I'm excited to see that. But they're rebooting it. It is a reboot of Fantastic Four.
The first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they changed it a little, it looks like, but overall...
Oh, yeah, it changes... Yeah.
It looks like same bad guy and same kind of thing, so...
Yeah. But it does look good. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Civil War that's supposed to come out next year. The Infinity War is supposed to come out in 2018, along with Black Panther. All that's going to be good. The Marvel Universe, though, I feel like it's so big and they have so much to work with. I don't think that going with like people. Yes, Cap is going to get old and Tony Stark's already old. But I mean, you're going to deal with that, but there's so many characters in that universe that I don't think you'll run into that too much. I mean, we've already seen a couple different Spider-Man people, but yeah, I just hope they don't do it when that does happen, because it's inevitable. It's going to happen. I just hope they don't do reboots because it's a new character. I really hope they don't. I mean, I think X-Men did it kind of cool, when they first class, how it's, a younger version of them. But I just don't think if they need to go back a little bit farther in the storyline to be like, oh, this is what he looked like when he was younger, and then you can move back forward to say like, okay, now it's in the future, then you're still used to seeing this person as an actor because the last movie was him. So like, I think that could be something that they should do, but who knows?
Yeah. Like I said, just outside the box little thought of, because we do get so attached to these certain people that are certain characters that we really enjoy and like. So when they decide to step away, or they decide not to use them anymore, then
Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman's done after this next Wolverine, and then Robert Downey Jr. is claiming to be done with Iron Man. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. They're going to have to find people who fit the mold, though. I mean, they're going to have to fit the character.
Yeah, they're definitely. With Iron Man and Robert Downey Jr., I think they definitely hit that one on the head with the good.
Well, that whole cast, they kind of nailed the characters pretty much perfectly. I mean, they all seem to fit their role flawlessly, which, I mean, with that many, lead characters...
Banner, I think Banner could be different.
I think Banner's perfect. I love that Bruce Banner. At least I do.
I'd rather have...
Lou Ferrigno.
Not an option. I was going to say... Edward Norton?
Yeah, Edward Norton, no. I didn't like him as Banner at all.
And I'm on the same page. I like I'm blanking his name right now, the guy that we currently have over Edward Norton. I like who they have.
I like the way him and Tony Stark mix.
Yeah.
I think they do really good, because one's kind of a smart ass and mad scientist, the other one, he's kind of a quiet mad scientist, so Tony Stark just always pushes him just enough to do something stupid. Yeah. I like that.
Over and over again.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like he should be best friends with Cap and should be asking Cap how everything works out, because the Hulk is a product of someone trying to recreate Cap. So
yeah.
So with that and also comics, what did you guys read this week?
I read a little bit more AVX. I'm into issue 9, I think. I still haven't hit the what the fuck moment that Chris has been talking about.
It's the last one or two.
But
weeks.
Yeah. But I got a little bit farther with me being sick, dude. I didn't even want to, like I said, it hurt to breathe. So I was just kind of laying in bed, sleeping as much as I could. So I didn't read as much as I wanted to, but I did read AVX, and it's still super solid. I'm enjoying every minute of it.
Yep.
Hammy?
Been reading more Cable and Deadpool. I'm almost done with that run. I've been reading some of Deadpool, his own series. Not the newest one, but I think the one before. I think it started in 2010. Only 6 issues or so into that, and it's been good so far. I also finished off House of M, which I don't know if I did last week. I can't remember that far.
I don't know.
That was awesome. That was really good, especially if you read AVX. That's awesome to read. And I haven't read any Invincible this week, but that's about it, I think.
Very nice. I didn't read anything this week. It's been
worthless
for me. So, since we didn't come up with anything earlier, our Get to Know the Crew segment, I'm going to pose the question of your all-time favorite superhero movie.
Okay, that's an easy one for me.
I'll start it off then, Kibosabi.
The first Captain America.
And why?
because I am a history buff. So the fact that they're dealing with Hydra in World War II era as the Nazis, it tickled every bit of my fancy. So it was pretty awesome watching him actually. The reason that I love it so much is some of the things that they were doing, like Hydra was doing, like the planes or the helicopters that they had in that movie. You look at and you're like, wow, those are fucking ridiculous. Well, those were actually secret weapons of World War II that the Germans were working on, and they are correct. I mean, like everything about them is correct. And the plane that was being flown by Cap that he crashes into the ice at the end of the movie was actually a plane that they were building to bomb Manhattan, New York.
Even their super
in World War II. Yeah, even the super tank. So I mean, like all of it was super realistic, and I loved it. And it was just like, okay, now you're adding a super soldier to it. I'm all in. I'm sure I will receive a lot of criticism, at least I have from Chris, because he thinks the Winter Soldier is way better. But just everything about the first one, man, I love it.
Different era. So.
Yeah.
Hammy?
No, you go ahead. I'm still thinking.
Damn it, Hammy.
I think my favorite will be Deadpool.
Yeah. I think that'll all be a new top favorite for all of us.
It's going to be so good.
It will be.
It's going to be so good.
Yeah. Speaking of Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds, I hated kind of the way it was done, but I still really love this movie. So Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds. I like the movie. It's before my more well-rounded knowledge of Green Lantern and all of their comics. So, without putting that in perspective, it's always been a favorite of mine. I own it, so that's one of my favorites. And he's my favorite superhero, so it's the only movie ever really done for him. So I got it.
Can we call the Teenage Mutant Turtles superheroes?
Do you mean like
the
most recent one?
No, fuck that movie. I'm talking the original movie.
Dude, I was going to drive to your house during the podcast, slap you, and drive back.
No. I'm talking the original, like either 89 or 90, whatever it was. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. One of my favorite movies of all time. Number 1 and 2 are both really good after that.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Yeah, come on. So good.
I mean, did you guys ever see the musical Coming Out of Our Shells?
No.
Oh my god, you guys are pathetic.
Any hoozles. Great movie for the time era that it was. How awesome they did it with those costumes with no CGI. It was so good. The story was awesome, and they just kicked ass. And I love Michelangelo.
An honorable,
as much as
yeah. An honorable mention for me would definitely be The Dark Knight.
Yeah, that was good.
It's really good. So we don't really have any board games to rate. Hammy,
there's not much new.
Hammy, you've been playing State of Decay.
Oh yes, I have.
So let's talk about that. Let's have you talk about that a little bit. What's that all about? And give us a rating.
So State of Decay, you pretty much start out as one guy, and you're with your buddy. You're at like some campsite, and he's getting attacked by zombies. So you have to kind of run over and beat the shit out of the zombies. Then you kind of work back up to the ranger station, and they kind of have like a system going, trying to figure out who's all alive. And then you go out searching and come back, everyone's dead. You get his walkie-talkie. The fuck was that? You get his walkie-talkie, and it's some people in the town across the lake. So you go to the town, you're at a church, and that's now your home base. And so pretty much the whole game, you have this town that you can loot stuff in. You have like 5 main supplies. You have food, fuel, building resources, medicine, and ammo. And so you kind of keep your base good on all these items. You can kind of customize your base as well as far as building different things. Like you can build a medical area, you can build a ammunition area, you can build like a workout area to keep everyone's stamina up, and you kind of keep things balanced. And the whole time there is like a main story going, but also at that same time, there's all kinds of like random encounters, I guess you could say, as far as maybe like this other group of survivors across town's getting attacked. You got to go help them out. One of your scavengers is stuck somewhere. You got to go get him. Just different stuff like that. And there's different zombies. There's the classic giant zombie. There's like the feral zombie, the one that jumps all around and is super aggressive. Exploder zombie, of course. And I think that was it. But you just kind of pretty much survive. And what I liked most about this game is you're not one person. You don't have one character that you're necessarily like super attached to or focused on. Your character, if you go out for a while trying to loot stuff, you're going to get tired. Your stamina is going to drop, your max stamina. Like normally, a stamina bar, like every other game, it goes up, you run, it goes down. But this, it'll drop it down like a quarter if you get tired. And then the health, same thing will happen. And if you keep going, you get sleep deprived and stuff like that will happen. So you just go back to the home base and you switch characters. And there's a good inventory system as far as you loot as much shit as you can as far as weapons. You got to watch your ammo. And I actually beat the State of Decay last night, actually. And it's got a great story to it. It's fun. You can move around your home base. I ended up moving to like a semi-factory, or not a semi-factory, like a truck stop type place. Just building that up and fortifying, and I had a blast doing it. Just mowing over zombies. And the best part about this game, you can door fuck zombies. It's so good. What? You can drive around, hit the X button to open your door, and just door fuck them. That's all I do. That's all I do the whole time I'm playing this game.
Oh, that's so fantastic. Good. I'll buy you that just for that.
They do a good job at making things semi-realistic. Like, you can't just go mobbing in any vehicle and run over zombies. Like, you can, but it's going to die really quick. If you run over something, you're going to flip that vehicle, and it's going to toss you out of it, and it's going to hurt a lot. So they don't make vehicles too OP. They kind of do because they're all over the place, and fuel is infinite. You collect fuel, but you don't use fuel for vehicles. You use it for explosives. But it's fun. You can customize things. You can't really customize weapons or anything, but I like the way they make you have to do a lot of different things. Sometimes someone's going to die. You can't be everywhere at once. And sometimes you'll forget about someone, and next thing you know, they're dead. Your population's down one. So I really liked that. Trying to keep a whole group alive was the whole point of it, and it was fun.
Gotcha.
So on a scale of 1 to 10 inches deep, what are you giving this game?
I'm going to give it 9 inches deep.
Wow. It's pretty high up there.
Yeah, and with the Year 1 Survival Edition, it came with 2 other games, I guess. It's State of Decay Breakdown and State of Decay Lifeline. I just started playing Breakdown today. It pretty much seems like you're on the same map, but it's a different scenario. And there's challenges now and stuff like that, so I still get to play it, so that makes me happy because I'm not just done with it. So yeah.
Is there any multiplayer aspect to this game?
No, apparently, I was doing some research on it. Apparently, this was supposed to be. There was supposed to be multiplayer, which it is totally made to be a multiplayer. It'd be great to have a multiplayer in this game, but it's not. Apparently, they said the next one they make will. So I have no idea what that is or what that's called or if that's even being made yet. But it is not, unfortunately.
All right.
Yeah, highly recommended.
Yeah, I know it's on Xbox, so I'm gonna just find some time and play it.
Yeah.
Everything else that's on there. So,
yeah.
Tammy kind of goes crazy and gets a lot of shit sometimes, and then
I get bored.
And it just shows up.
Xbox, and I'm like,
I don't know if we have this on our. I'm gonna kind of sneak this in, totally randomly.
nope.
For deals, I don't know if we have this now because it's not in the Xbox deals of the week. But I did see it on there. They do have a Wolfenstein bundle right now for $44, I believe. That has the main game and the New Order, New Blood, whatever that new little prequel is.
New Blood, yeah.
New Blood, yeah, for $44. So me and Chris were waiting for it to be on sale. It's on sale, so I'm buying that.
Sweet deal. Before we move anywhere else, we actually had a question. What remake of a movie do you want made or want to see remade?
Someone else go.
That's a great question.
Any movie? I know I'm gonna have to wait for that response, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
easy. I would say any movie you didn't specify.
I mean, I would like to see a good Green Lantern movie. I'm just throwing that out there, Mikey. I know you like the first one, but
2020 is supposed to have one.
yeah,
I got another 5 years.
you'll be dead by then. Sorry, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to tell you.
Wait. The house. We'll get to that later.
I'll take care of him. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Anywho,
So you want to see a Green Lantern remake?
that's not going to be my final answer. I was just throwing that out there for you.
Yeah. Well, it's happening. So
Yeah, that's good.
I'm gonna make.
mine's gonna be Top Gun. I want to see a remake of Top Gun.
That's fair.
I'm gonna be a sarcastic asshole. Airbud.
You're such an idiot.
Because I can't think of anything right now. I
I
can't
was
think
trying
of
to think
anything.
of what direction you were going to go with that, and then you said,
Oh, you know what?
Just, nope.
You know what? With today's CG budget, give me a brand new Mortal Kombat, and I'll be happy.
Yes.
Oh my god, can we talk about, did you guys watch that little YouTube thing they had fucking like 3 years ago now?
Nope.
Did you guys see that? Oh my god, it was it was like a
a
movie pitch.
Movie, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like it was like a real world Mortal Kombat. It wasn't like a like flows with the actual Mortal Kombat storyline, but it was like a city. Like Sony was the police. All the main guys with powers were all like bad guys. Like Baraka was some fucked up doctor that just put blades on his arms and eats people, and Scorpion was just some psychopath.
Sounds like Baraka.
It was so good. It was going to be so awesome, but it never happened. I highly recommend you look at it later.
I will have
I'm
to do
so-
that.
All right.
But I do agree with you. That would be badass.
We have Mortal Kombat. I have Top Gun. Hammy.
If you say E.T., I'll slit your throat.
Oh, damn it. I want Chris Farley to be alive.
You didn't say you couldn't bring anybody back from the dead, so
You didn't say that. I want a Tommy Boy 2. I want a Black Sheep 2.
He wants everything Chris Farley was in times 2.
I want at least
almost-
15 more years of Saturday Night Live.
I want almost here. I want to see him and dead Patrick Swayze do Chippendales video again.
But make sure Patrick Swayze still looks like he's dead.
Yeah, so Chris Farley has a chance this time. I mean, he did, appeal to the larger ladies, so
Dude, he outdid Patrick Swayze, if you ask
I
me.
know. I honestly, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, so I'm gonna go with that smart-ass answer of Chris Farley.
You're not gonna team up
Sorry,
with me
I
with
can't-
Airbud.
Team
I want Airbud 2 to be remade. No, I want Air Buddies. Yeah.
Air buddies.
you can have like Homeward Bound remade.
Oh, yeah. I love that movie.
Beethoven's 2473
God, no.
Erd Infinity.
I barely like the first Beethoven. I don't need to see another one.
All right.
Let's jump straight to the game release countdown because this is my countdown right now. And I have 6 more days till The Witcher comes out. 6 days.
When does Arkham Knight come out?
June 23rd.
You know when The Witcher comes out? It comes out in 6 days.
I don't know why. I keep being surprised about that. Like, I might want to play it. I don't know yet. I'm going to watch you play it a little bit maybe and see how it is.
It's going to be awesome.
It looks like it's going to be awesome. We'll cover more on it later.
I just don't know if it's going to be the style of game I want to play.
Well, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be. Deals of the week, Cammy already mentioned one. Ultratron is $8.49. I have no idea what this game is.
Nope.
It looked kind of interesting. Lifeless Planet, $15.99. Again,
I did watch a little bit of Twitch on that, and it looked interesting. I read a little bit. Apparently, you're like a astronaut that travels to a planet that you're supposed to be able to inhabit. It's supposed to be a habitable planet, and you find like an old Soviet Russia town. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing that.
I just watched someone running around trying to find this.
It's
girl
like
who
it's like
somehow
a
makes grass with her feet. I don't know.
yeah. It looks like Mario, like like the same, like Mario 64, like that type of game.
It does actually. Yeah.
interesting.
It did look kind of interesting actually. Yeah.
Destiny, the Digital Guardian Edition, $60.29. I also heard.
If you want to waste $60.29, go ahead and spend it on that.
Okay, Chris.
Don't be so angry. It's a great game.
Also, just the regular.
After
Destiny
I beat it 6 times.
Is 50% off. Saints Row 4, there's 2 different versions. Re-Elected is $22.49, and Gat Out of Hell is $13.99. Or you can get both for $33.16.
I kind of
Gat Out of Hell is an expansion.
So, PS4 guy.
I didn't even look.
fucking worth it.
There's some deals out there.
There's always deals out there. PS4.
Sorry, PS4 people.
Just kidding. Yeah, Matt, the PS4 guy, is not there.
Yeah. Well, while we're here too, we got another. Yep, another question.
I guarantee a GTA 6.
Just read the
Of course,
question.
they're going to make another. Okay. Do you think that will wait? Do you think that there will be? You worded this weird.
Do you think that we'll make Metro Last
There we go.
To
God.
Forza Horizon 3 or GTA 6 in the near or far future?
I
There you
think
go,
yes.
Mikey.
I think you'll see Metro, the new Metro, like maybe in a couple of years. I don't know if it'll be. I don't know it's your near future. If you're talking about like this year or next year, probably not. Forza Horizon 3, you'll see next year. Because they're coming out with Forza Motorsport 6 this year. Next year it's going to jump back to Horizon, so you'll see your Horizon 3. And Grand Theft Auto, I think you'll see in a few years. I think they come out like once every 4 years. Or 5 years.
With the huge spike in 5, 6 is a definite. They will do it.
Oh, it's even if 6 or even if 5 didn't have it as big of a spike as it did, they still would have done a 6. I mean, 4 was cool, but it wasn't that great, and they still did a 5.
I think that's why I think that actually you might see it a little sooner than you did from 4 to 5. And I know you're shaking your head, but they already have kind of the layout now for next gen consoles. They have the online thing mostly figured out, it seems like, at least. So I don't think it'll take them quite as long. I don't think it's going to be like a yearly thing by any means. I don't think it's going to take as long as it did from 4 to 5, though.
Well, they had online capabilities in 4.
They were shitty. They were pretty much shitty team deathmatch. It was not like you could go.
It was free roam.
Play a bunch. It was free roam, but there wasn't anything you could do. It was you could free roam. There wasn't missions. There wasn't
kill things.
Exactly. There wasn't like a big matchmaking with missions. There wasn't heists. There wasn't all this and that. So I mean, they have it more laid out now to where they're not going to have to start from the ground as far as that stuff goes.
Yeah, they're still going to have to figure out how to not have their service crash when they get overloaded with players because people are anticipating the game.
So, moving on to the news.
News. So, I got the honor of putting up the first news article today, and
Because I left it as the first one.
Yeah, you did. Smart choice.
It's important. And I know you would say shit.
I am huge into football, as everybody on the show should know now. And Madden does a cover vote, and today they figured out, or the finalists were Rob Gronkowski and Odell Beckham Jr. And Odell Beckham Jr. won, so he is going to grace the cover of Madden 2016. And I'm so glad that Gronk didn't win. I didn't care who it was, I just didn't want Gronk.
Yeah.
Did not want
Would
Gronk.
you take Sherman again?
I almost didn't buy 15 because Sherman was on the front of it. I was so hoping that they did like a collector's edition or something to where you could buy it to where there's somebody else on the cover, because I fucking would have, but they never did that.
So yes, we are beginning to see the start of Madden season, and Mike's going nuts.
I'm gonna be so far in the fucking football nerd hole by next month.
Catch us, in August. I guarantee a half-hour segment will go to Madden every week.
It'll be Madden or fantasy football or football in general or something.
Mike will not let it pass without talking something about what he did in Madden for the week.
Yep, you're damn right.
Yeah, there won't be, I just played this week. It'll be, I played 72 hours of Madden this week.
Yeah, you
I
and
didn't
JR
sleep.
spent 6 straight days playing Madden. That's what that's going to be.
Yeah, probably. But you know what also sucks about that is I believe it comes out on the day that we go to PAX. But you know what that means is I'm bringing my Xbox, and after PAX, I don't give a fuck what you do. I'm playing Madden.
Go to PAX, then we back to hotel. Mike, you gotta go to sleep at some point.
No, I don't.
When is that? I still need to request that off or take my vacay.
The 26th, I believe. Or 28th. 28th through the 31st. So no, Madden comes out 2 days beforehand. We're good.
We'll get this fix in. Sorry. I was checking.
What?
No, moving on.
What were you checking?
I'll tell you later. Because you're not going to be happy.
Uh-oh.
Wait, now I want to know, and I'm too lazy to look it up. What?
No, let's just move forward.
Yeah. Xbox system update that I believe came out today or yesterday. Something that's been on the 360 for ages that they just finally figured out is you can now actually send voice messages instead of just text to someone else. In the near future, they said just
Oh, shit.
just put it away. It's my fault. I was constantly checking on it and I forgot about it for a couple of weeks.
Poop nuggets.
Party chat in the near future is actually going to get their own dedicated servers to solve a lot of the NAT issues with that.
Yeah, that shit's ridiculous. I'm glad they're finally doing something about it.
So there's that, and then Smart Glass. You will now be able to actually turn your console on and off as long as you're within the same Wi-Fi network. So, a couple cool things. Definitely the party chat is a huge fix that they're going to need. Voice message is cool. If you want to talk crap, just talk crap.
Oh, yeah.
It's mostly what
Well, they'll have that, and it's gonna cross back and forth between not only Xbox One but the 360 as well.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I mean, now it's not as big of a deal because most of the people I play with play on the One.
Yeah.
As to where when it first
Like,
kind of came out, there
8
was-
months ago when it was kind of, you went back and forth between the two.
Yeah, so it'll be cool though. Definitely some positive direction in that.
Awkward silence.
Assassin's Creed
Oh.
Syndicate, yeah.
Okay, so they released. I don't know if anybody saw this. There's like a 20-minute video of like a gameplay walkthrough for Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which was supposed to be called Victory, but apparently it's called Syndicate. They're gonna have it. It's interesting. It's going to take place in London. Obviously, that was something that we knew. But they're going to kind of incorporate gangs in this one. So, like, there's going to be 7 different boroughs of London, and each of them are going to be controlled by gangs, and you have to take them out. They are adding in, like, not vehicles, but you can use like horse and buggies to get around as opposed to having to run everywhere, which will be nice. But I'm still not completely sold on this game yet, but it looks pretty interesting.
They got rid of multiplayer.
Did they?
Yeah, there's no multiplayer in this one. So I won't buy it.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
well-
buy it because most of them are the same to me, and I get bored really fast.
Yeah.
I still haven't finished Unity. I don't really plan on it.
I still have only played about 5 minutes, and yeah, I'm probably not going to play it.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
It's probably not going to be something I buy either.
Classy wants to know what your favorite Assassin's Creed was.
Assassin's Creed 3.
That was one American Revolution, right? Or
Yeah, the American Revolution,
yeah.
where you start off as one of the Templars, you don't know it, and then all of a sudden you switch to a kid who you end up finding out that it's actually the Templar's son. So that was the coolest storyline, in my opinion.
I did play that entire one. I think I stole it from you, actually. And I did enjoy it. I played the shit out of it. I think I got like everything on that game done. I might have been unemployed at the time, though.
Yeah. I obviously didn't play that many besides the first two, so probably Assassin's Creed 2. That'd be mine. That I played the most on it, so how can I not say it's my favorite? But
Yeah.
like I said, they just get old for me, so not my favorite series.
All right, let's move on and get past this Destiny stuff.
Alright, here comes the 3.5-hour segment of Destiny. Basically, they just said the House of Wolves patch, so something that was coming before, so it kind of fixed some stuff, so they can release the House of Wolves was delayed, so they're trying to get it all taken care of so it doesn't push the release back any further, because that's on the 19th, so less than a week.
Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. So we'll see if they can do it, or if it just ends up horribly a mess like a lot of other stuff.
I think they did end up getting the patch out. It just prevented a lot of people from actually getting online. Apparently it messed with a lot of people's shit, so they're like patching their patch, but I think they've got it taken care of at this point.
Gotcha. I also saw
Last I read, yeah.
saw some that any new exotics are not going to be dropped, essentially, or awarded in old raids. So I'm not quite sure how they're going to give you those. So
You get them from doing the Nightfall. You can get them from doing like the just the strikes, the normal strike list. And they might, I don't know if they have them in something else, but they'll have ways of getting them.
Gotcha. So more Destiny problems.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Something that is not going to be a problem. Gears of War Ultimate Edition. So basically, the first one is remastered and will be on Xbox One.
Yes. So freaking ready for that game.
So when that comes out, can we all, like, Mikey, you travel down here, all go to someone's house and hook our shit together and play?
Oh, yeah. Even if we have to play 2 versus 2, that's happening.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Whether it be Chris or JR, it doesn't fucking matter. It's going to happen. That, I hope they show at E3, but I'm thinking I might be a little premature. But I sure hope so. Classy has another question for us.
Okay, well, before we get into that, something that they did say they're not going to do, at least right now, was a collection.
Even if they do a remaster of the best game ever, I'm okay with it. If it can hold me over to the next Gears of War, fine. Fuck yeah, I'll take it. It doesn't have to be all of them, because the first one is the best one. There is no question about it. If they add Horde to it, it'll be interesting, but this game, they can't change anything. That's what I'm so scared about. It's like, I don't want them to go into matchmaking, because that's when this game turns to shit. In Gears of War 2, me and Michael Barrett went to the midnight release of Gears of War 2. Got the game, got home before 12:30. We didn't play a match until 1:30. And we ended up playing 3 matches in an hour. And it was just like, fuck, dude, this is ridiculous. And that's because they wanted to add this matchmaking and everything. No, I don't want that. If I get into a room where I'm getting my ass worked, I'll switch server. Fine, that's fine with me. But just let me join a server. Let me look for a game that I want and join a server. That's what the first one was, and that's what I want it to be. You can make your games private. Just like, fuck, man. They need to stick to that, I feel like.
Definitely. Yeah, I don't want them to change anything, so... Okay, you can
that game
I
is
don't want any
perfect.
different weapons. I want it to be the exact same.
Classy was asking, what is our favorite Rockstar game, excluding Grand Theft Auto? Do you guys
Red
have any
Dead.
off the top of your head? You motherfucker.
Yeah, I like the Red Dead. I liked the Red Undead, and I also liked the add-on, the Nightmare. They were both really fun. I didn't actually even get to finish it because I got it right at kind of the end of my Xbox 360's life when I switched to Xbox One. But it was a lot of fun. I really did enjoy it more than I thought I would. So that's probably my second favorite right there.
Mine would
Next to
probably be
GTA.
Bully. That game was a lot of fun.
Mine. Go ahead, Ham.
Oh, I was just gonna say I used to play Bully like on the PS2 with my cousin
Yep.
at my grandma's house when we didn't have a memory card and we never got to beat it. And then finally I got it on my 360 and spent like 4 straight days and finally beat it. That was a great game.
I have two. Either Midnight Club. Just played a lot of that. Or Max Payne. Max Payne 2,
Yeah, man.
I think I played a lot of those two. So either one of those, excluding GTA, but GTA always wins.
Yeah, GTA blows every game. Well, Red Dead's pretty close.
Red Dead's
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I mean, going back to GTA 1, some fun shit on the PC.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, just the top-down view. That is pretty cool.
Something Mike is super excited about, and rubbing my face.
Yep, because he told me it probably wasn't going to happen.
Agent Carter and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. both got renewed.
Booyah.
So I'm excited to start watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
And
Yeah,
Agent
a lot
Carter.
of catching up to do.
Agent Carter, blow me, I don't care.
She's pretty hot. I'd let her.
Meh.
I'll start with S.H.I.E.L.D. and then...
Cap would kick your ass.
If you watch Cap 1, and then you watch the first season of Agent Carter, it's literally like the movie never stopped. It's fucking perfect.
I just have so much to watch.
Yeah, but your shows are
Right.
coming to an end. Flash is coming
I
to an
know.
end.
We're gonna have
Batman
some
or
time
Gotham
to
is
catch
coming
up.
to an end.
I also have Undateable, Nashville, Supernatural, The 100.
Yeah, but you have minus 2 shows at least. So if you can manage these shows, you can put 2 more.
I want Flash and Arrow to keep going.
Forever. But yes, they get renewed, so Mike's super happy, and I have to start watching, so...
Yes,
And Amy
Agent
doesn't-
Carter. Thank God it got
What
renewed.
do you mean? I don't care. I'm gonna watch Agent Carter.
Guitar
Dirty
Hero Live.
Twat.
Guitar Hero Live kind of, I guess, released their first batch of songs, which Mike and I kind of scrubbed through that list a little bit.
Yeah, there was some Red Hot Chili Peppers. There was System of a Down.
Ed Sheeran.
For some fucking reason, they put Skrillex Bangarang in there. I'm not exactly sure how that one's gonna work, but okay. But yeah, there's a whole list if you guys want to check it out. There's lists on IGN. I'm sure they're elsewhere, but yeah, there's a pretty decent amount of songs in their first set list, so pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Guitar Hero. I'm ready to lose my life again.
Talk about it another time, and Mike will be. That's 72 hours played
But if it comes out during football season, though, it's going backseat.
for like a day. He'll pull it out.
No, just
He
the
always
football
pulls out.
days.
He'll look at it. Just like, something Mike is not happy about.
Yeah,
I'm picking on you.
I know.
The Division
I'm the highlight. What the fuck?
delayed until they say it should be here by spring of 2016.
What makes me mad about this is they guarantee that it would be out this year.
This goes
So,
back to
I-
a conversation we had, I want to say 6 weeks ago, about
Something like that.
promising and then taking it back, and those type of things where we said yes, we want a good game, but just don't promise something and then delay it.
Yeah. And yeah, we're all up for games that, need to be delayed to make them better. But this game has been in the works forever. And they said, okay, we finally got it. We got it down. We're releasing it in the fourth quarter of 2015. And they guaranteed that both The Division and Rogue Spear, or Rainbow Six, I always want to call it Rogue Spear, Rainbow Six Siege, would be released this year, is what they said. And they're already backstepping. It's just like, if you're not 100% sure, just don't say it. I'd rather you say it could be quarter four, but we might have to push it back. Like, what are they getting stock out of this? Like, I don't understand, like, why they like have to throw a date down and like, oh, whoops, sorry about that.
Yeah, it just gets back to the point of don't promise us something and then take it back. If you're not sure on it, don't say anything about when it's going to be released.
Yeah,
don't be a fucking liar.
Unless they come out with some major setback that they say happened, that there is a reason for the delay, then I don't care. It's your fault.
I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna say, like, we've got this game, we're gonna release it at the end of this year, you've got a pretty good grasp on it. You should just be touching it up. Like,
yeah,
you shouldn't be adding anything that much.
Exactly. Something that apparently didn't need touch-ups. I don't know, Mike. Are you going to call this Game of the Year? Probably.
It has potential. It definitely has potential.
It has a 9.3 potential.
Yeah, it scored a 9. Witcher 3 scored a 9.3 on IGN's scale of 10, which you can take their ratings with a grain of salt. But because they gave freaking Evolve a 9, which is not a 9 game at all. It's like a 1, as Chris would say. But,
I think he gave it a 2, didn't he?
Maybe he gave it a 2. I don't know.
Then he played more.
It's just like, fuck, man. This game got a 9.3. It looks amazing. They've shown Griffin battles. You don't have to worry about inventory for a group of fucking people. And the creatures look fucking insanely cool. So I just think this game is going to blow people out of the water. It's too early to say Game of the Year because you're still dealing with the Arkham Knight and games like that. You're going to have your freaking Call of Duties and Star Wars Battlefront.
Call of Duty ain't shit now.
Right. But it still has a huge following. But I mean, Star Wars Battlefront coming out, which there's been some interesting revelations about that as well. No iron sights, so stormtroopers are going to shoot from the hip.
Interesting.
So,
but I don't know. You talk about Call of Duty and Battlefront. And, I mean, Arkham Knight's a little more in this genre, I guess. But the openness and the detail and the story plot of this game, I think, and the amount of hours you put into this, not doing the same thing, continuing along with the story, I think it's just it's way more in depth and has just that depth that a lot of the other games don't. Yes, Call of Duty will come out with a game this year, Black Ops 3. As I've talked about before, multiplayer's killed campaign, and that's where their focus is the multiplayer, so their campaign, the
only thing that I would have to disagree with is this year. This year's campaign in Call of Duty was, I know you didn't like it that much, but I fucking love that campaign.
It was cool, but I still don't think it was great. It was good, not great.
Yeah, I think the last great campaign I played was probably
Battlefield 4.
Gears of War.
Well, those games in recent.
I just think this Witcher is going to be one of those games where it's, if you have the time to put into it, and if you like the style game, it is absolutely going to be worth the money. for the amount of hours you're going to get out of it. And I've only watched a little bit of it just because I don't know if it's a game that's going to be up my alley necessarily. But value-wise, it's going to be a great game for how many hours you're going to have out of it and how many things you can do. So I'm still looking into it. So
I mean, and that's one thing we have always talked about is value. Value of a game for, every game is $60 when it's released, plus, any DLCs or season passes, so on. The value you're going to get from this game meets that expectation, that price point, in my opinion. I think... No, I don't have it pre-ordered, but...
I do.
I know.
I already have it pre-installed. I'm just waiting to play it.
Which that was another thing that we talked about and saw earlier. It has 1 million pre-orders.
Yeah.
So, hype's there. The quality's there. We've seen it. Maybe Game of the Year. It's definitely a contender already.
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
yeah. It's definitely its name will be on the list. There's no doubt about that. But I mean, to sit here and call it that now, I would say probably up to the point where it releases, it probably is the number one contender. But there are games coming out, man. There are games coming out that you can't just put on the back burner and say, "Oh no, The Witcher's going to be better." Because there's some pretty good ones.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, we always ask for good campaigns, and
and that's why I think these games, like if Dragon Age wasn't so complicated, I think it would be a lot of fun because these games are literally built to be played as a campaign. So you're not dealing with like the multiplayer as taking over, and you're dealing with people who sit here and go like, we want the story to be the main focus. So I think it'll be great. I haven't played the first two, but they say this is a really good, pickup point if you just want to pick it up and play. So that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Another question from Classic Car. Should they make another Minecraft, or is the current Minecraft good enough?
This is hard because I don't see Microsoft squatting on Minecraft going, we're okay with this. I don't see it happening, but I think it should happen because I don't think there's much more to get out of Minecraft. No. You can keep adding to it and doing whatever you need to do, but at the same time you have things like Disney Infinity, which are way better models and way cooler, areas. Not quite like the same building aspect, but you're still building cities and stuff. So I don't think they should build another one or make another one. But I have a really hard time seeing Microsoft just squatting on it and going, no, we're good.
I don't think they will. I think the one they have right now has got everything they need with it. I think there's still plenty enough people on there. There's plenty enough people buying the skins that they all spend their money on. I don't think they're going to do anything else with it. There's still so many people playing that game. And you can't really get much better graphically. It's fucking blocks. I don't really know why they would.
My opinion is, we'll start off, I don't think they should make another one. Minecraft is exactly what it is. You take it how it is, and people have loved it. What I think they should do is what they've been doing is continue adding to it, but they should not remake it or make another one. Just leave it the way it is. It's perfectly fine. People have mindless hours of playing it, and we've all done it, and had fun doing it, There's, some stuff you can actually do, but just going in and building crap's fun. So,
I mean, they have custom mods where it's like a whole world that someone else made, and there's like dungeons and stuff that you can go with your friends. Like, you have fresh stock and you go and explore it, and they just keep adding those. So that's pretty much other game right there. So I don't think they're going to change anything.
Yeah, but it's one of those you definitely just take it for what it is. If you like it, you play it. If you don't, move on.
Yeah, and here's another example of one of those games. It's World of Warcraft. They just have expansions. They just go, oh, here's some more. You can get a higher level. Here's a new boss. So, I think that's one of those games that needs to kind of stay on that path of just here's some like expansions. Here's some new materials, or here's bigger maps, or here's different areas. But don't make a brand new game. Try and switch anything up. I think it's good where it's at.
Yeah, it definitely will be. Just fine on its own. It doesn't need to do anything different. With that, I mean, we looked earlier. There's an updated list of games for E3. Some are confirmed on there. A lot of them are not. You can kind of scrub through that list and see. Mike could probably remember more off the top of your head. I know Forza 6 was one of those that was confirmed.
Mario Maker is confirmed. Star Fox is confirmed. Oh gosh, I think Uncharted was confirmed.
And so when it was confirmed, I did read into it. It's not necessarily maybe have gameplay or something. It's just it will be presented there. It will have something on it, whatever it is, but it will be talked about. So definitely excited for more of those games to come up.
And to transition into something that none of us are excited about. Supergirl. So I was hopeful for this. Like, I was trying to defend it. I think when we were talking with Chris on the last episode, and maybe the one before that, I watched the trailer and I am completely on Chris's side.
So bad.
I won't say that it's bad. I think where it's trying to drive, like, I feel like it is made for women. I really do, and that's not me being sexist or anything. It's just like, really, like Cammy said, it was poppy and it was like feel good, and
way
like,
too happy-go-lucky.
Yeah, and it's just like she is so overpowered. She's like, there's people shooting at her, and she's just like, blink, 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 just walking up to him.
Like, the guy asks, like, "Are you bulletproof?" Hope so.
Yeah,
and he just walks up and gets shot.
It's almost Sex in the City for superhero.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is.
She's assistant to a high-powered female in the media industry's like personal assistant. So I mean,
and
that's the feel we get from it. Who knows? It may expand into something that could be good. Most likely.
Yeah,
it might. Maybe the trailer could just be a little poppy. It might not be that way, but from that trailer, it just looked way too happy.
Yeah, it definitely was, and it. Like you're talking about, it was just like, I think I can fly.
Yeah.
I think I can do this. Like, it's just, they almost just portrayed her as this, like, naive little girl, but they also, at the same time, was like, she knows who she is, she knows what she can do.
But I feel like she knows it and, like, expresses it too much, because she's always like, oh no, I know who I am, like, I can fly, I am bulletproof, I am this, I am that, my cousin, my cousin, my cousin, my cousin, my cousin. I'm just like, yes, you're fucking Supergirl. We've all made that connection who your cousin is. Like, we get it. But she just, like, in that trailer repeatedly brings it up. Oh, no, my cousin wanted me to do this the whole time. Oh, this is my cousin's blanket when he was a baby. And it's just like,
it's not my cape.
Well, yeah, and then, it was just like, she's talking with the one dude and just like, didn't know how to be a superhero. It's like, I fight crime, I think?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, there's like a car chase on blah blah blah. It's like very
ditzy.
Teeny? Like,
yeah,
teeny
it was,
bopper?
Yeah. It seemed way too, like, just, happy-go-lucky, I think, is the correct way to say it. It's just like way too like, and you're getting shot at.
Yeah, there could be an amazing market for that, possibly. I mean, there's a lot of people that maybe aren't on board with the superhero thing, and that's going to appeal to them. Might not be for the people that actually like the superhero shows to be the way they should be. So
watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. 2 seasons in a week.
Yeah, people like that.
Continue.
Yeah, but I mean, if they're obviously not aiming that way, we can obviously tell that. So they're not aiming towards the Arrow and Flash crowd. They're trying to catch someone else. So definitely not for us.
I mean, you got S.H.I.E.L.D., Carter, Flash, Arrow, Gotham. That's all kind of. Gotham honestly probably be one of the closest to, well, maybe, I don't know, the kind of intro for a female, if she's not into it, like superhero stuff. That'd probably be the one I'd say might be the closest.
Yeah. I mean, because I think Chris was saying he's got Ashley to watch that. I think she likes it, doesn't she? Or...
Oh, Ashley, she likes Daredevil. She likes Gotham.
Okay.
She likes Flash. She likes Arrow. She
mean,
likes
more
all
She
this
likes
stuff.
stuff. Okay.
Arrow and Flash has kind of been lovey-dovey, but I think Gotham probably appeals the most. I don't know. I'm a guy.
When the crazy bitches fight.
I don't know. I don't know. Gotham to me, that was like, of course, I only watched the freaking first 2 episodes, but I was just like, that's a lot of characters that you just threw in my face. Like, holy fucking shit. Like, I can only imagine the people who don't know who the fuck these people are. Like, they might know them as, like, you know, they might know, oh, that's, you know, that guy's Two-Face because he's burned one side of his face. Well, they don't know he's fucking Harvey Dent. So when they're seeing Harvey, they're like, who the fuck is Harvey? So there's just so much that can get glossed over. It's just like, it was a lot to take in, but I could absorb it all. Like, I was just like, okay, I know everything that's going on. Like, holy shit, here is the fucking Riddler, Harvey Dent, and holy crap,
but
right at the beginning.
At the same time, what Hammond talked about a while back was they yes, threw them in your face, but then they also went and said, okay, here is the Riddler. Here is this character. And they, like, shoved the information down your throat about each character. So, for someone who knows nothing, that's also a good side to it, where they're getting all this information on someone.
And they kind of had to. I mean, they threw you into, like, the depths of Gotham. They couldn't just, like, only show Commissioner Gordon, or not Commissioner, they couldn't only show Jim Gordon and, like, his little people that are with him. They kind of had to show, you know, the whole city and what's going on, and that's going to include a lot of characters. But, I mean, then over time, you kind of learn, like Mike was saying, bits of this guy, bits of this guy. You got Victor Zsasz over here. You got the different mob guys. But so, I mean, it's just, if you only watch the first couple and you're not familiar with those characters, it is going to be tough.
But just tell
they
me,
do a good
like,
job at following up.
who the fuck is Fish Mooney?
No idea. That's a total random character, and I fucking hate her.
She's not. She can't be found in anything else besides this show.
She's just. So they obviously needed some sort of instigator person character, so they threw her in there.
And the show is about showing you, like, this city that's about to just turn into fucking turmoil because it's going to be overrun by all these villains, which then will eventually lead to Batman and Commissioner Gordon and all the other superheroes that you're going to see. But, like, it is, the first few episodes are very, very much like, oh, there's that person, there's the Penguin, holy fucking shit, there's another one, there's another one, there's another one. You're just like, damn, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot, but I definitely enjoyed it as it progressed. So.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys think that I would actually enjoy it if I get past, like, the first 5 episodes?
Yeah, and I really do think you will. There is a couple episodes every once in a while that are kind of dry, that maybe don't really include a character that is relevant to the DC universe or Gotham universe at all. But there is episodes where it's an awesome show, even just the story they have going as far as how Commissioner, or how Jim Gordon becomes to be the guy that he is. Right. And it gets pretty intense, the things that he has to do, trying to decide how far he can go without being bad himself. So I really do think you'd enjoy it.
Yeah, I like just the perspective they're giving, because it's something that really hasn't been covered. I mean, we've had Batman movies for years. We never had pre-Batman. So this is a nice lead into all that. You know, getting a lot of the backstory about a lot of these characters who we know of, but don't know the backstory unless you read comics or look into a backstory of a certain character.
Yeah, and I think this is, like, the show. It has, you know, it's got its hands full, because it's not just a backstory to one character. It's a backstory to a city. of these people that are living into it. So, I mean, they do have a tough task of trying to, even all that information out, going like, hey, all of these villains that in the DC universe, well, guess what? Before they were villains, they were all people who worked in the city, and here's what they were. So, yeah, it is a tough task, and it shows in those first few episodes. Like, goddamn, they're just getting everybody out there.
Well, I mean, take it good or bad. I think it's a good thing that they just kind of threw them all out there and just said, "Hey, here's all these people," and they gave a little bit here, a little bit there. There's a couple that definitely shoved down your throat and said, "This is this person." Like you. If you have pre-knowledge of any of like the villains or anything, you kind of can piece together some stuff. But there's a couple episodes where you're like shown this character, and then you finally get the aha, that's who that is.
Is there good Easter eggs in it?
There's a
few here and there. I mean, since there's like no other like shows or other universe going on at the same timeline as this, they don't really have like anything added in, and they kind of pretty much give you all the characters and all the villains, so you don't really get much of like little
Easter
points.
eggs.
There's not really much, I guess, there to give, but there's been like a couple little ones.
There's like little things, then you see it later on in the show.
Okay. All right. Well, getting back to the topic, I think that the DC universe could have picked a way better character than Supergirl.
Oh no. Yeah, absolutely.
Like Green Lantern.
I would have loved a Green Lantern show.
Can they do a show from the Green Lantern, though? Isn't he kind of too big?
I think so. It'd be too hard. They couldn't do all that stuff and then have him in space, and you gotta have a little bit more of a more grounded character, in my opinion.
Don't pick
It'd
Hal.
be cool.
Pick a different one.
You could go with John if you want, or is it John?
John Stewart.
Yeah, John Stewart. It doesn't matter. I mean, he still goes.
But he's too busy with the Daily Show.
But
I don't care.
that's a good
Just want
question,
some more
though.
Green Lantern shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's other characters out there. I agree with you. I don't think that was the best one, but at the same time, they're trying to appeal to a different crowd.
Yeah, I mean,
If it's out there, I mean, they'll throw it out there, see how it does. If it fails, then maybe they'll try a different character with a different way. But
yeah, I'm all about like the discrete characters. Like I'm cool with that. That's why I'm in love with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. right now, because you get like Mockingbird and Quake, and it's cool. Oh yeah, the thing I forgot to mention when we were talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Nope, too late.
And
Fantastic.
Raina died.
I know I was
Spoiler.
happy. That's true. You didn't.
Spoiler?
At least you didn't say who did it.
We'll count it.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point. What we've talked about before, all these shows going with non-big name superheroes. I mean, Flash is a bigger
Flash
size.
is pretty big.
Pretty big,
Bigger
yeah.
side. Arrow definitely, in my opinion, it's not.
I'd say he's a little bit on the lower tier,
Yeah, he's
but
mid, maybe.
But here's the thing that you have to think about. It's like, with the TV show and Green Lantern, there's so many books on Green Lantern. Green Lantern does so many different things. If you think about Flash, there really isn't that much. He kind of has one plot line that he kind of just follows along. So it's easier for them to kind of follow that in a show. As opposed to, like, if you had Batman, he's going 426 different directions, dealing with all these different villains. You can't really make a show out of that, and that's why you save it for the movies. But I think The Flash is about as top tier as you can go as a character to put in a TV show. I was actually kind of surprised that they picked him to be a TV show.
What would be another superhero? I know we've kind of talked about this before, but that you want to see another TV show instead of Supergirl. What would you rather see?
I think Chris last week said Sinestro would be pretty cool. And then you could have your cameos of Green Lantern.
But, I mean, he does a lot too, though.
Yeah, he does.
There's a lot of different ways he has gone. I mean, if you want to talk pre-Yellow Ring or post Back to the Green? You know, it's Yellow Corpse. I mean, there's a lot. You can go way back, or you can
Right,
go
but
way
he's
forward.
still dealing with one person not being the Green Lantern, where he's trying to conquer, you know, the Green Lantern. As to where the Green Lantern's not only dealing with Sinestro, but he's dealing with the Black Hand, and he's dealing with all of these different people in all of these different areas and circumstances and stuff. I'm just saying what Chris was
Yeah,
all pumped
Chris is a
about.
dumb bitch.
I'm not saying it's a bad idea. It involves something I like, so.
I
Yeah.
don't think you're gonna have much luck as far as TV show goes with anyone not human. I don't know how well it's gonna work out, because then you're getting to the show being a lot of CGI, a lot of this and that. And I think with the way TV show budgets are, even if it is like an Arrow Flash where they do eventually get good and get more money, you can see that. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull off some of the things that you would have to pull off with some of those characters where you kind of need a movie to be able to do that. So I think it's going to be hard. You're only going to be...
see.
I don't know. That's why I said that.
Nightwing. I want to see Nightwing.
That'd be, I mean, a sub-Batman character, that would be awesome. That'd be great.
I still feel like Robin's too vague, though.
Well,
There's so many different Robins, and just
Well, and Robin is pretty much by Batman's side. So I mean, if you went with like a Nightwing or was it Red Mask or Red Hood?
Red Hood.
Yeah, go with him. I mean, someone that's on their own. Maybe have little times when they're kind of cross with Batman. I mean, that'd be cool. That would be pretty badass, actually. I'd like to see that.
Speaking to your point of what I told you earlier, they were saying Green Lantern may make some appearance on Flash and Arrow.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
So
They're also talking about a crossover with Arrow and Constantine.
Yeah, that's what I heard. But I read today that Constantine has not yet been approved for next season, so it might be done.
And yeah, Martian Manhunter would also be a good one. Classy.
So, okay, I know this one, it has a lot of ways it can go. It's currently being made into a movie, but because of how random a lot of the stuff is, I think it would just be a good comedy series if they did Deadpool.
Yeah, I think
mean,
they'd run out of...
There's a lot you can't really show on TV that I would like to see Deadpool doing.
Showtime.
Yeah, I mean, if you want HBO or Showtime, yeah, but
I mean,
You're narrowing your viewers there if
Yeah.
you do stuff like that.
make it a Netflix
Yeah,
series then.
I'd be down. But yeah, no, that would be cool
that's
too.
just one that's...
Don't get us wrong, Mikey. We want to see all
Oh,
of
I
this.
know, I'm
Like,
just
we
saying,
would love
this-
to see all of
That's
it.
just one that, with Deadpool, it doesn't have to follow a storyline. I mean, there can be a few, but that's when you can just throw some episodes together and it'd be hilarious, I think.
Well, yeah, I don't doubt it.
So,
Throw Aquaman
Netflix
in there.
too.
What's he doing nowadays?
talking to fish.
No one cares. That's how Aquaman gets made. Actually, if you watched Agents of Shield, they created Aquaman. Wrong universe, but that's how he got made.
Oh, yeah, I know, but he just straight up, like, dies. Like, he's dead. He dies real fast.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonder Woman, that's another one. I mean, the movie's next year?
See-
Was it next year's the movie?
I feel like that would be a good series though, with her on the island and she making her way. Downtown.
Walking fast. Yes! I
So
got
I said
it.
making her way.
I
was
feel like the
fuck.
whole reason you've done this podcast was that moment. You were just waiting, just like... And it took how many weeks?
Yes. Maybe that connect on many levels.
The second I said that, I was like,
Why did I say that?
Come backwards.
words, no. That'd be good. God, see, you guys are coming up with good ones. I can't come up with shit.
Well, let's move on, and we'll talk about all this on the after show.
Okay, I'll think for the next couple minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while you stop thinking again, you want to rate your beer for us?
Yes.
Sure. Lagunitas undercover investigation shut down. It was all right. It wasn't anything super special I'd get really excited about. I'll give it a 3, which is still pretty good. But I mean, it's a 9.3, which for how high the alcohol content is, it's not too rough to drink. It's actually pretty smooth. I'm not a huge pale ale kind of guy, but it was still really pretty good. So I'll give it a 3 out of 5 holiday pack with Mike's stupid song. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so switching that by the next episode. It's gonna go fucking 10.
Thank you.
All right. So were we moving on to pleasure sticks?
We're moving on to pleasure sticks.
So picks
State
of
of
the
Decay.
week.
Hammy
That's
goes
your-
with State of Decay. Shocker. But
I've put so many hours into that game, and I love games where I can do whatever I want. If I want to let someone die, I normally go and save them, but occasionally I'm kind of busy looting shit. And setting up outposts, trying to be strategic and shit, and door fucking zombies.
I want
I'm
to
so
see that
pleasured by
really
it.
bad.
I'm so pleasured by it.
you're pleasured by your pleasure stick.
All right. My pick of the week is going to be, my pleasure stick of the week is going to be Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I've said it 100 times. I know I say it a bunch, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it ties into the Marvel Universe so well. It fills all the gaps. If you watch the first Avengers and you haven't seen anything else, well, you know that guy who Loki stabs in the heart and then he shoots him and goes like, oh, that's what it does, and then fucking dies? Well, he's the main guy in the story. If you haven't seen that, you watched the first Captain America, you watched him crash. Well, you deal with Agent Carter in that movie, which Agent Carter has her own show, but she is actually the founder of S.H.I.E.L.D., so it ties into it that way. It's just, it's all tied into one thing, and it keeps you completely updated. So I think
It's crazy how well they mend that whole universe together. That's
Yeah,
gonna be a
it's-
fucking panic of a job.
yeah.
So yes, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but in a bigger sense, you're saying the Marvel Universe is your pleasure stick.
Yeah, pretty much right now, especially.
It's more like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is the... Never mind.
It's like the tip, and then the Marvel
The-
Universe is the
The
shaft.
visual,
There's a
the
little
visual
tickler at
was
the bottom.
enough.
Ah, gotcha. My pleasure stick of the week is Battlefield 4. There was a moment Hammy and I encountered that I showed Mike earlier. That
Did you see it?
I showed Mike.
So good.
Basically, Hammy and I were playing Battlefield 4. We're playing the Naval Strike map pack DLC, and we were kind of next to each other and looking, and Hammy gets shot and dies, and then I get shot once and run behind this rock, pop back out and see this guy. Scope up, I got my sniper rifle, shoot him in the head. Realized he was teabagging Hammy. So I start teabagging him. So we both have recorded clips from his point of view and my point of view of this guy. I think your view's a little better, Hammy, because it actually
So,
shows
okay.
him.
Yeah. So, like, I get shot, and if you play Battlefield 4, it shows the guy that killed you. And so for me, like, I'm on this little island, and it just kind of scans up to where this guy is, who's like, kind of like a bigger hill. And he's just sitting there, he's kind of laying down still. He pops up, kind of turns to the right, and then starts teabagging. And all of a sudden, he gets shot in the side of the head and just falls over perfectly. It was one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life, and it made me cry. I know that description's not that great. Mike needs to put in a video for you guys to watch.
Do a side by side of that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he needs to tie it in, because it was just so good. And then, like, it goes to my loading screen where, you know, you can select your gun and stuff, and it just shows me Mikey, like, my squad in the bottom left, and he's just sitting there teabagging him back. So good. So good.
Yeah, if anything, I'll just put those two together and just do a short clip of it, so people can see awesomeness.
It was
The
good.
fact of getting a headshot while he's teabagging was pretty awesome.
It was hilarious when you showed me. So
Battlefield 4, my pleasure stick of the week. I still love that game. It's
We should play it later.
I gotta watch Flash.
I might pick up Gotham too. So
Yeah, sad face, Hammy.
maybe tomorrow night I'll jump on.
Yeah, you. Need
You
to
don't play
those.
video games anymore.
I feel like $100 right now compared to what I have been. So
Nice. All right. So, in our new section over here, this side. It's backwards for me.
That side.
What's below you, Hammy? Yeah.
You eliminated that long list of junk that we had to ramble off at the end.
Yep, our Twitter, Facebook, our Facebook fan page, and YouTube channels are all right there for you to go like, follow, subscribe.
What about those listening on the podcast?
That's the only one I did not include. The podcast on Podbean.
No, I'm saying for those people listening to the podcast, they don't know what it is.
Yeah, they can figure it out. Same as every week, Twitter at BC Geeks, Facebook at Blue Collar Geeks, all one word for Blue Collar, fan page Blue Collar Geeks Podcast with the C and collar capitalized, and YouTube Blue Collar Geeks, all separate words. Because whoever set these up is
Yay, yay, making things the same.
Good team.
Chris! So, he's not here. We can crap all over him. So,
He might be in the chat still.
no, he's
I hope he is.
by now. So, yes, you can follow us, like us, see these magical things that we do every week on here. So, with that, he's fat, he's a ginger, and I'm out.
You're short.